What up, people? It's Big Daddy Dunk here. October 3rd, 2014. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but I want to make this video. Caught the South Park episode, and want to make a video about it. Thought somebody had to make a video about it. A little about South Park. It takes them usually 5-6 days to create, to animate, to voice, and get the episode ready. It's usually ready on the day it's due on the air, and so they usually come up with an idea probably 7-8 days, and then before the episode's supposed to be on air, and then they got 5, 6, 7 days to create it. This episode dropped on September 30th, 2014, which puts them in a time range of, if they wanted to come up with the idea, probably roughly, not saying exact, but roughly September 22nd, 23rd is when they came up with the idea. Then they probably created it within a 5-6 day period and put it up on the 30th. Fastest I think they ever did it was like a day and a half, but still, it dropped on September 30th, which, if you know, is the first day that Texas announced they had somebody with Ebola. So it basically dropped the same day as the announcement. And if you look at the episode name, it's called South Park Gluten-Free Ebola. And that just kind of coincidence, I guess you would want to say. But I want to make this video because there's still people that deny the pre-predictive programming. There's people that still deny these cartoons are telling us what's going to happen, and there's still people asleep out there. So I'm hoping this video, along with the other ones like Family Guy, the Robin Williams Family Guy, Boston Bombing, American Dad Boston Bombing, Simpsons 9/11, all those pre-predicting cartoons, I hope to put this one right up there with it, and maybe one day we can use these videos to wake somebody up, because there's just too many of them out there pre-predicting stuff. But let's get started with this. It's a episode about people going on a gluten-free diet, and now gluten is bad. So basically what they're doing is they're replacing Ebola with gluten. So instead of an Ebola epidemic, it's a gluten epidemic, which there's no reference to Ebola in here at all, except for in the title and the way they treat this gluten epidemic. So, but listen to, let me roll this up a little bit, and listen to what the scientist says about gluten.
They distill the wheat down, minus the water, minus the starch, and what we're left with is pure gluten. Not a bioweapon, just harmless flour protein.
Not a bioweapon, just harmless flour protein. Why would you even consider calling gluten a bioweapon? They're not. They're talking about Ebola. That's what they're doing. So let's get to the next one. And the next one will be them here going crazy, taking things out of their house, so they can take it out to the streets and burn it. Kind of like if an Ebola outbreak happened, what they would do, they take a bunch of stuff out, your clothes and whatnot, whatever you considered got contaminated, and they'd burn it. And that's what basically they're doing here, is the fear of it. Oh my God, we have to clean our house, we have to burn everything. It's that fear porn they're trying to pump into you. And then we get to the next one, which is since they found out that and as you can see here, we have the military burning the wheat fields since they found out that gluten comes from wheat. Kind of like if a village got infected, they would probably come in and burn stuff in the village to cleanse it, to clean it, to get rid of the bacteria, the disease, the bioweapon, the Ebola. So there's just another reference to it all. Let's see what else we got going on here. This episode is just chocked full of stuff. There's just so much stuff in there going on. And right there we got them doing experiments on rats and stuff to find out what went wrong and how they can fix it. You know, the USDA acting like the CDC in this episode. And let's see, we got this right here. This is a wonderful one. Look, we have people showing up at your house in biosuits. They're checking for people that ate gluten, kind of like they would if there was a big Ebola outbreak. People showing up at your house in biosuits, checking you, see if you're infected. And if you notice the yellow aprons, it's, if you look in the news articles and the videos from Africa, those are the same aprons that they was wearing over there. So that's another reference that just a little subliminal reference to you, because if you check those, you'll remember those aprons. You'd be like, I remember these, and now they're wearing them and what they do after they found out he has some beer that has gluten in it. What do they do? They come to his house, they take him away, and then they put him in a gluten quarantine center. Kind of like they would do if it was an Ebola outbreak, huh? And notice the quarantine center is a Papa John's, kind of like maybe the Walmarts would be for, you know, making Walmart's FEMA camps, or making Walmart's quarantine areas. If it gets too bad, you never know, because Walmart's big in the NWO movement, loves this agenda they got going on. And like I said, you know, Papa John's is one of them. And this is where they put the infected people. Everybody in there. Oh no, we're infected. Even if you're not, they're still going to put you in there. Got your military and your people in your orange biohazard suits. More people, more quarantines, as you would say. Okay, let's see what we got else going on here. Right here, we have the CDC, or not the CDC, excuse me. See, they're so much like the CDC, I call them the CDC. Got the USDA with the map of the infected areas, quote unquote affected areas, just like they would have a map for a big biohazard outbreak in America. They'd have a map up there, so you know. Sorry about that, hit the wrong button. But like I'm saying, they got the map up there of all the quote unquote infected areas, just like they would during the biohazard outbreak. So, like I said, this whole episode is just full of references. And see, we'll get on to the next one. Should be coming right up. Here you have the FDA coming in, looking like a Secret Service, FBI kind of stuff. And letting them know that they're taking over and blah, blah, blah. We'll get on to the next one. More military quarantines. Here's Eric's having some weird dreams about the gluten. And then he meets Aunt Jemima here with a stack of pancakes on their lap. And she tells him the secret to find out the gluten. Before we get to the secret and how to find the secret out to the gluten epidemic, if you look at the pancakes right there, the syrup is in the shape of an upside down pentagram, and then your pancakes would be the circle around it. So we have a little Baphomet satanic reference in here also. And she goes on and tells him the secret to finding out the problem for the gluten epidemic. And where do you think the secrets would be at? How do you think you would find the secrets? About to show you. Right there. The pyramids. She tells him the answer. The secret lies within the pyramids. Pyramids, sun rising, sun worship, sun over the pyramids. And if you notice down there in the bottom corner, move my camera a little bit, you have the CC for Comedy Central, which if you think it's ABC, 1, 2, 3. So you have the CC, which is the symbol for 33. Underneath that, you have the comedy with the central underneath, which is showing you the as above, so below reference. So we got a lot of satanic symbolism going on here. And like I said, more pyramid reference. It's all about the pyramids. Oh, well, right there, upside down pyramid. They're just putting it in our face all day long, aren't they? They might as well just come out and tell us. And say, hey, this is what we're really saying. More upside down pyramid references. And if you notice, the donuts here are in a swirling motion, which also goes along with vortexes, portals, which is they're deep into also. They're very deep into portals and vortexes and all that. So back in the quarantine area, we have one of the guys, they're out of stuff to eat, so he's eating the dough, which they're all like, no, because it's got the gluten in it. He's like, I'm so hungry, I don't care. And he starts eating it. And then he makes this little reference about everything being fine.
You're okay.
Just listen.
You don't think it's a little ridiculous that wheat protein is toxic? This whole thing was a setup, man. Setup? But by who? Oh my God, we have to get a hold of someone who can get the word out.
See, they're trying to make the reference that, oh, maybe this is just a hoax. They don't want to say the word hoax or false flag, so they're just going to say setup. Same thing, though. And then, come to find out, they was wrong. They're like, oh, well, I guess we're wrong. So, yeah, they're kind of like reference like, oh, this is, for people to think this is a setup or a hoax. You're wrong. This is not a setup or a hoax. So that's just, what I took from it. And it's, kind of goes with it. But, you can make your own decisions. Like I said, I'm not going to show too much of this because I don't want to get a copyright strike. So if you want to watch the full episode, you're more than welcome. You'll still see the same references. You might even find more. But if you look here doing this little fear porn public announcement kind of thing, letting everybody know there's an epidemic going on. And if you look down there at the bottom on the WSPIC sign, you have the 88 reference and you have the 3 reference, which they love their numbers. If you don't believe me, go to Enter the Stars. Enter the Stars will tell you how much they love their numbers. They can tell you how much. I can tell you how much they love them, and tell you what they all mean too. So let's get on to the next one. And like I said, this is a really good episode if you want to see a lot of references. Here we have more upside down pyramid reference. We got the upside down pyramid and the hive reference in this one, so we got a lot of reference going on, and notice that just one screen right there. And let's see what else we got. Oh, hang on, I need to roll this up for this one. Check out what he says.
We've got a well-balanced vaccine, sir.
We have a well-balanced vaccine. They even make the reference to the vaccine, and then everything's fine and dandy. The government saves us. Of course, the government saves everybody with the vaccine. That's how it goes. No matter what happens in your life, man, the government will save you. They will save you with their vaccines, and they will save you with their brains, and they will save you with their wars. They will save you with their false flags, and they will save you with their gun control, and they will save you with their FEMA camps. We all can trust our government. That's what they're telling us here. Of course they're telling us to trust the government. They're not going to tell us not to trust the government. So, one last reference here. If you look at the little girl on the right with the purple shirt on, you have the 3 stars to make the upside down pyramid shape, and you also have the crescent moon star reference, which is used by Freemasons. So, but there you go. There's your gluten-free Ebola episode that released on the same day that Dallas announces their Ebola patient. So if you know somebody's still asleep and you think this video might help them out, show them this video, show them a collage of videos, show them all the videos, show them the Robin Williams video, show them for Family Guy, show them the Joan Rivers video for Family Guy, show them the 9/11 that was released in 96 or 97 from The Simpsons, show them this one. Just show them all the episodes you can that's been put up on the internet, and show them. Maybe you can wake them up with these, because these episodes are just so blatantly in your face with their predictive programming, their propaganda, and they're basically laughing at people that just don't see it. And I'm telling you, it's not a coincidence. To me, a coincidence is something that happens rarely. It's a rare incident. That's what makes it a coincidence. That's what makes it like, oh wow, that's kind of weird to happen at this exact moment. These ain't coincidences. These happen. These are planned to happen when they happen. These are planned to air when they air. Just like I said, this aired on the same day that Dallas announced their Ebola patient. So, like, subscribe, share this video, comment, and like I said, make sure you share this. Make sure you show people all these videos so they can wake up too. And the more people we wake up, the more people will spread the truth. So this is Big Daddy Dunk. Tell it like it is. Watch each other's backs. Keep your eyes open. Peace.